7 News at noon begins on a very somber note with news of 2 FBI agents dying on duty.
They were killed during a shootout in Sunrise while serving a warrant.
7 Skyforce overhead as 2 flag-draped bodies of the slain agents were transported from Broward Medical Center to the medical examiner's office in Dania Beach.
3 other agents were also shot and were rushed to the hospital.
Our Team 7 coverage of this still unfolding story begins in Sunrise, where 7's Gina Benitez is live with what the FBI is saying about the shooting. Gina.
So the FBI is saying 2 of their agents were killed, 3 others injured here. And if you take a look behind me, you can see what is going on. This is the scene here. This is an area that has really just been saturated all morning long with law enforcement presence here. And though it has died down a bit, you could see this area not going to be clear anytime soon because the investigation into exactly what happened still very much underway.
This is a look at where it all happened, where 2 FBI agents were killed and 3 others wounded. The agents shot while serving a warrant for a violent crimes against children case at the Water Terrace apartment complex at around 6 this morning. The neighborhood saturated with law enforcement for hours, different departments in and out all day. Street shut down as the suspect was still barricaded inside. That suspect, the FBI says, is now dead. The 2 agents killed escorted from the hospital, their bodies draped with American flags, saluted by their brothers and sisters in blue. The shooting now under investigation by the FBI's Inspection Division, an investigation that is really just getting underway.
Now, who the suspect is still not clear, and the FBI says at this time they're not releasing those names of those 2 agents who were killed. But again, still very early on in this investigation, and will continue to keep you posted. We're live in Sunrise. Gina Benitez, 7 News.
And from Gina, we move now to 7's Jessica Hawley.
She is also in the Sunrise neighborhood with more on how massive the law enforcement response was at the scene. Jessica.
This neighborhood paralyzed by police activity this morning. If you take a look behind me across the lake, you'll see the police tape, and we've seen investigators walking around those apartment buildings. As we go to video, you'll see 7 Skyforce over the area with the entrance of this neighborhood shut down. Several roads in the neighborhood are shut down. The shooting happened at an apartment complex inside this community in the area of 10100 Reflections Boulevard. We talked to a few neighbors about the horrific scene that unfolded early this morning just down the street from them.
And maybe 3 or 4 shots definitely caught my attention. I didn't really get a chance to see anything, but then the alerts were coming through our phones about how no one is in danger, but there's active investigation going on in the area. Very much on lockdown, no one in, no one out, which is why my kids are virtual schooling today. Yeah, they're not letting anybody in or outside of my gate. As right now as we speak, the helicopters are flying above.
My daughter-in-law called me from Washington. She said there was something going down the street, so I went outside and looked outside, and I saw the police cars down the street. And my neighbor down the street said he heard like machine gun fire about 6 o'clock in the morning.
At this point, no word on how long many of these roads will be shut down as police continue to investigate this deadly shooting. We're live in Sunrise. Jessica Hawley, 7 News.
Jessica, thank you. And there were 3 other FBI agents wounded in the shootout in Sunrise.
7's Alex Browning is live at Broward Health Medical Center with more on their conditions. Alex?
And Alex, 2 of them taken here to Broward Health. We saw some family members leaving here. You could see the worry and concern on their face as they have their family members here still in the hospital. Broward Health surrounded by a sea of blue Tuesday morning as fellow officers from across South Florida stand guard after 2 FBI agents shot and killed, another 3 wounded. 7 News cameras capturing the arrival of one of those 3, conscious and awake. He does not appear to be seriously injured. This as concerned family members and colleagues are escorted in by officers desperate to learn of their loved ones. Federal agents seen carrying out evidence bags as an investigation begins into the moments that ended with 2 federal agents dead. And so we do know those 3 wounded. 1 did stay at the scene, 2 taken here. We know those 2 are stable, expected to be okay. Their names not released. We're live in Fort Lauderdale this noon. Alex Browning, 7 News.
And from the latest on the ground, let's go up to 7 Skyforce over the still very active scene in Sunrise.
7's Ralph Rayburn is over the neighborhood where investigators have brought out the heavy equipment. Ralph.
Yeah, active, and we anticipate it to be stay that way for the rest of this afternoon and probably into the evening. We're showing you now pictures that we could not get earlier today because of the controlled airspace. Once these shootings occurred, you see an assault vehicle there that is up against some palm trees, struck the side of this building. This is, we believe, the area where all the shooting took place. We're going to bring the camera back out here and show you the presence of the FBI still here, very, very prominent here. We've got a bunch of officers and agents here waiting to be dispatched for specific jobs and assigned. And then we'll bring the camera over here a little bit more to the right towards the entrance, and you'll see there's a command center set up right here, and we've got one of the big FBI command post trucks set up right here, along with other agencies that are here to assist. We want to give people a traffic advisory very quickly here. That is Nob Hill Road from the upper left-hand corner to the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. That is closed from 44th Street at the top down to what's called Nob Hill Lane, at about a 2.5 block area. They're allowing traffic to go northbound on Nob Hill right now, but you cannot come southbound. And any access into this community or this gated neighborhood here is going to be very, very specific who's going to let in and who they're not. That's our story here at Skyforce HD. I'm Ralph Rayburn reporting live.